Hello, Arc Tyndall. I hope you are enjoying your well-being day so far. You're so lucky your teachers have been putting so much time and effort into creating these videos full of fun things for you to do. And I thought I would join forces with Mrs. Ivins and Mr. Rand. We'd put together an idea of an activity that you can play whilst you're at home. It doesn't involve you using a computer screen or doesn't involve you having to have anything, just everyday objects that you already don't have in your house.
So the game we're going to be playing today is called a scavenger hunt. That means we're going to try and find different objects in our house, any objects that you have, but it has to match the prompt. So Mr. Rand is going to be the quiz master, and he's going to give us some clues as to what we need to go and find. So he might say, go and find something beginning with the letter D, and we have to go and find something in our house. Now you've got to be as fast as you can. First one back is the winner. So you will need to play against somebody else in your house. It could be brother, sister, mummy, daddy. And if you haven't got anybody else in your house to play with, maybe you could give your friend a phone call and you could play with them over the phone.
While me, Mrs. Ivins and Mr. Rand were talking about this game, we thought it sounded so fun, we wanted to have a little game ourselves. So we recorded ourselves having a go, so you can watch us and you can find out who's the best and who wins out of us. And Mr. Rand is going to explain everything about how it works. Once you've watched us playing, we want you then to go away with someone in your house and have a go yourselves. So I hope you're excited, I hope you're ready, and hope you've got your running shoes on.
So take it away, Mr. Rand.
Hello everybody, and welcome to today's activity, which is Scavenger Hunt. I'm going to be your host today, Mr. Rand, and I'm joined by two very lively and excited contestants who I will introduce to you very shortly. Before we get started, just going to spend a little bit of time explaining to you how everything's going to work today. So, step one, I'm going to give you a prompt for an object to find. It might be that you need to go and find an object that begins with the letter B. Step two, you then need to race against your family in the house to go and find that object that meets that prompt. So if I said, go and find an object that begins with the letter B, you need to race and go and find one really quickly. Step three, the first one back wins the point. So now we know how it works, let's meet our contestants. So first of all, I would like to introduce Mrs. Bains. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Mrs. Bains. Tell us where you're from. Tell us about your favourite flavour of crisps.
Oh, hello there, Mr. Rand. I'm so excited to be here on this show with you today. A little bit about myself. So my name is Mrs. Bains. I am a teacher. I work in a wonderful school called Arc Tyndall. And my favourite flavour of crisps, it's not a very hard question for me because I love a good old packet of ready salted Walkers. They are my favourite.
Nice, thank you, Mrs. Bains. Then let's introduce contestant number two. Mrs. Ivins, welcome to the game. Tell us something interesting about you. What's your favourite flavour milkshake?
Oh, good question, Mr. Rand. Hi, everybody. I'm Mrs. Ivins, and I'm also a primary school teacher in a lovely school in Borsall Heath. Now, I love a good game show, and I've never heard the question before, what's your favourite milkshake? But like Mrs. Bains, it's an easy one for me. It's chocolate every time.
Nice, thank you, Mrs. Ivins. All right, now that we've met our contestants and we know the rules of the game, it's time to play. So, Mrs. Ivins and Mrs. Bains, your first object, you need to go and find for me something that smells nice. We've both found objects. Mrs. Bains, would you like to explain your choice for us, please?
Of course I would, Mr. Rand. So I've got here a candle, and it's a very special candle because I don't know if you can tell, but it's actually in the shape of an elephant, and it smells quite nice and fresh. And I'm sure when I get around to lighting it, it's going to make the whole house smell really lovely.
Oh, nice, Mrs. Bains. At first, I didn't realise that was a candle. I was a bit confused. Well done. Mrs. Ivins, tell us about your choice.
I have also gone for a candle, Mr. Rand. Very similar in colour to Mrs. Bains, but this one smells of roses.
Oh, nice. Thank you very much. Well, after watching that, I think that my first point is going to have to go to Mrs. Bains.
Woohoo!
All right. So, time for your
On, Mrs.
second
Bains.
prompt. Here we go. Your second prompt is go and find for me something pink. Oh, tell us what we've got then. Let's start with Mrs. Ivins this time around.
I have got a pink plant pot. It's got a succulent inside it. And this is a very special plant because Miss Kingston in reception bought me this plant last year.
Amazing.
So I'm trying my very best to keep it alive.
Cool. And Mrs. Bains?
So I've gone for my mug that was sitting right here on the table because it's still got a little bit of coffee in here that I drank earlier this morning. I don't know if you can see, it's got some flamingos on there and it's pink at the bottom and it's got a pink handle in honour of a pink flamingo.
Nice, Mrs. Bains. I do like it. And you were very, very quick then. However, I think I am going to have to give this to Mrs. Ivins because she's just got so much pink on the object there. I feel like your object is mostly white and a little bit of pink. Mrs. Ivins has gone mostly pink.
I would.
Well done, Mrs.
I'm very
Ivins.
disappointed in that decision.
That's one apiece. That's one apiece. I wonder how the children are getting on at home. All right. Time for your third prompt. I need you to go and find something for me that you would use to help you make a cake. Oh, it's going to be a close one. Oh, that was a good one. There was lots of frantic running around then. Well done to both of you. Mrs. Bains, what have we got?
So I've got here a good old trusty wooden spoon used to mix that cake batter all together and make it nice and fluffy when the cake bakes.
Nice. Well done, Mrs. Bains. And Mrs. Ivins?
I've gone for some butter, and this butter actually says perfect for cakes.
Oh, I like that the object that you collected even has the word cakes written on it. However, Mrs. Bains was super speedy and she did beat you to it this time around. So well done, Mrs. Bains.
Oh,
That's
I'm
the
getting a
second
bit of a
point for
sweat
you.
on.
2 more to go now. It's all to play for. So, time now for your fourth prompt. Just let the tension build for a moment. Your fourth object needs to be something that begins with the letter P for panda. All right, I can see we've got both back. What have we got there, Mrs. Ivins?
Well, that was stressful. I panicked and I couldn't think of anything beginning with P. But I found a picture and it was on my mantelpiece and it's a picture of my wedding day.
Ah, lovely. Thank you, Mrs. Ivins. I'll give you that. That certainly does begin with the letter P. Mrs. Bains, talk us through your choice. Oh, can you hear me, Mrs. Bains?
Oh, sorry, no, Mr. Rand, you're freezing a little bit.
Oh dear. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
Cool. Sorry about that. Talk to me about your choice.
So I have got a pillow.
Nice. Nice and simple there. Well
Is
done.
that a pillow or a cushion, Baines?
So it's a pillow that I often sleep with in bed. So I think that makes it a pillow.
Can you hold that up for the camera, please, Mrs. Bains?
Yeah, to the
All
corner
it-
there, can you?
Can you show me the whole thing? Because if that is the square, it's definitely a cushion.
Oh, I'm trying
That's
to
a
trick you all. I'm not a
cushion.
cushion.
Nice try. So
Mrs.
that
Bates.
has to be another point for Mrs. Ivins. So just so you know the
Oh.
scores at the moment, Mrs. Bains, you're on 2. Mrs. Ivins, you're on 2. So your final prompt wins the game. So let's get to it then. Your final prompt is go and find something for me that you might use to fight a monster with. Amazing. Okay. Talk to me about what you've got then. Let's start with Mrs. Bains.
Right, I've got my good old rolling pin, used often in the kitchen to make things, but also could double up as a good weapon for any of those pesky monsters if they try and come into my house.
Amazing. Well done. You could certainly fight a monster off with that. And Mrs. Ivins, what have you got?
Well, I know this wouldn't normally be in the house, but it was sitting by my back door ready to go out to the shed. So I've got a pair of edging shears
Oh,
that I might use to trim around the edge of my lawn. And I don't think I need to go into too much detail, but they're very sharp and they could definitely be used as a weapon against a monster.
fantastic. They certainly could. Well, that was very exciting. And I think I'm ready to award the final point now. And the teacher and the contestant that got back in time was, I feel like, Mrs. Ivins. Well done, Mrs. Ivins, and congratulations to you. And well done.
Mrs. Ivins.
Have you got any words to say for us, Mrs. Ivins?
I would just like to say that even in my moment of panic, when I couldn't find something beginning with P, I knew I just had to persevere and effort would win in the end. And I didn't cheat and try and pass off a cushion as a pillow.
Exactly. Well done. And you clawed it back. It was 2-1 at one point, and you've come back to win it 3-2. So congratulations to you. And to everybody watching, we hope you've had a very good time. We hope you've enjoyed playing along with us. And yeah, anything else that we want to say to the boys and girls before we go?
Have fun and enjoy it.
Okay.
Good luck with your own scavenger.
Have fun. We'll see you guys soon. Bye, bye, bye. Okay then, everybody. Now it's your turn. I'm going to read you some prompts for some objects that you can go and find, and you need to race your family or whoever it is that you live at home with. So I'm going to read to you your first prompt, and then you're going to need to go and you're going to need to race and see if you can be the first person to find the objects that I give you the prompts for. Now, when I give you the prompt, remember, pause the video so you don't miss me reading out the next prompt. So here we go. Your first object that you need to go and find, and you need to be the quickest person to find it, is you need to go and find something smooth. Pause the video and off you go. Well done. Great job. And congratulations to whoever got there first. Now remember to keep score so you know who's won at the very end. So that's your first object. Let's tell you about your second object. Don't forget to pause the video after I say. Your second object is you need to find something that is made out of plastic. Pause the video, off you go. Brilliant job. And again, congratulations to whoever got back first. Well done. So, time for your third object now. Go and find for me something shiny. Don't forget to pause the video and off you go. Great stuff. And well done to whoever got back first. Let's find out about your fourth object now. Go and find for me something you can roll. Pause the video and off you go. Fantastic job. Well done. Hope nobody's getting too tired because you've still got one more left. So your final object that you need to go and find is you need to go and find something that is square. Pause the video and off you go. Fantastic and congratulations. So well done to whoever got back first. Now, don't forget to count up the scores so you can see who's won. And we hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. Um, it's been wonderful doing this, and we hope you've all had a good time. And we hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Thanks, everybody. Bye bye.